Sleep.
SBS.
Mike? Yeah, it's Michael. Hi, Mike. Yeah.
Tonight,
We're here.
an office manager by day, by night. Sweden. Often seen as a postcard of neutrality.
18-year-olds for a Ridge wallet a couple of years ago, and I haven't looked back. It can hold up to 12 cards, although I just have a couple of bank cards and my ID in there.
Where the fuck is that video going? Where the fuck that video going? Oh, here it is. Boom.
Sweden has a problem. Gangs with guns have unleashed terror on the streets. So how do you stop them and bring back the peace?
In Sweden, police have seized a lethal stash.
These are some of the weapons that you've confiscated.
Yes.
This is just a small sample of the deadly arsenal taken off the streets.
We have automatic weapons, we have semi-automatic weapons, we have 3D weapons, printed.
Weapons from former wars are among those used by gangs in their urban battle. A battle where children become killers.
Some of these weapons are pretty serious. This has got a silencer on it. How young could someone be who's using this in a gang?
We're talking about very, very young people who could be 13, 14, 15 years old. During September and October month, almost every day in some district or some sector, we have shootouts, injure people, kill people, and during that period also, exactly like in war.
And Sweden's child foot soldiers are not only armed with guns. Explosive use has rocketed as gangs target rivals. Violence began spiralling in 2022, giving Sweden the highest gun murder rate in the EU. More than 360 gang-related shootings were recorded in 2023, 53 of them fatal. And recruiting a hitman can be as easy as posting an online ad.
This is an example of a chat with gangs, an advert really, a job advert. So what does it say?
Killings, one rabbit, 100,000 euros. That means 1 million Swedish crowns. There are 3 different persons. You will get information about them and you have to put them out, all 3 of them.
So anyone of any age could say, I'll do that for £1 million, and then have to go and shoot someone.
Yes.
To find out what's feeding the gangs, we've come to Gottsunda, a neighbourhood where crime and poverty are high. On the corner of High Rise, a neighbourhood. To find out what's feeding the gangs, we've come to Gottsunda, a neighbourhood where crime and poverty are high. On the corner of High Rise flats, police hang their cameras, keeping watch over an area they say is a hotspot for gangsters. And it doesn't take long to find.
You could say I've done almost everything, from weapons offences to drugs crime.
What sort of violence have you seen being part of a gang?
I've seen people getting shot, I've seen people die, people getting hurt, mothers crying in despair. I've seen almost everything, but there's nothing you can do about it.
A child of migrant parents, by age 9, Adam was already moving drugs for gangs. He's been jailed 5 times. His name and voice have been changed. How do they recruit people?
In many different ways. For example, in schools or preschools, out on the street, the people who want to make money are often children. Before, if you were going to kill someone, you got 1 million krona, around 75 grand. But now the prices are so low that everyone kills. So now it's 100,000 krona for one person.
Have you ever hurt people from them?
I've done some of those things, yeah.
This is an example of how deadly gang life can be. Here gangsters chase down their rivals, shoot gang life.
Things, yeah.
This is an example of how deadly gang life
Pull
can
up,
be.
nigga.
Here gangsters chase down their rivals, shooting numerous bullets into the car. This
I ain't
time,
doing nigga
the
shit, but-
victim survived. But Adam knows drug turf wars and jealousy can turn friends into enemies.
Facts.
Has anyone ever come for you?
Yes, last time was 1 week ago.
1 week ago.
Yeah. They came to my gate, but the boys were there on Cortland.
They were going to shoot you.
Yeah, but they didn't succeed. I know
Well,
they're
obviously,
fine.
you're standing
They're
there.
done. They're not here anymore.
While gang violence used to be contained to hotspots, it's now bubbling over. In autumn, the government triggered emergency measures including military support for the police. But with more than
Shit.
60,000 people thought to be connected to organised crime, the violence can break out without warning. As we soon found out.
So we've just got reports that an explosion has happened, so we're going to head to the north of Stockholm and find out what's going on.
Someone left explosives outside this block of apartments just before midnight. Residents were woken by a blast they said sounded like an earthquake.
Wow.
That's the neighbor's windows.
Wow. So that's all been blown in.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And the floor above as well.
Yeah, and there, and one of my friends and their family lives there.
So that must have been
Yeah,
deafening when it went off for
Yeah.
you, because you're just next door.
like
So close to where you live.
Charlotte and her children were asleep in the neighbouring flat when it thought
Who's the best
gangs
blunt
brought
roller
a
in
bomb
town, bro?
to the door.
My son is at his friend's house right now.
Is he affected? I mean, is he scared?
Yeah, I'm scared.
Stop
What's he
playing.
doing?
He told me it's gonna take a while before I will sleep in my room again.
Neighbours come out to discuss
Let me just
the
fix that up.
damage. Amazingly, no one was hurt.
The dogs put out.
Yeah, so this is a temporary.
Yeah.
I didn't see this back there, but I can see them now.
Gangs have left people feeling afraid to go out and unsafe staying in.
This is where the bombs come in, blown that off, cracked all this, all along there, the ceiling coming down, that door showing pot marks of all the impact, the tiles gone, and even up to the higher levels the damage is done.
While gang violence is spreading, it's deprived migrant communities still bearing the brunt of the killings.
It was an explosion, shooting
All the time.
all the time.
Liban began a night watch after his 19-year-old son was gunned down. Hanad Liban wasn't part of a gang. At one point it said a murder was happening here every week.
Someone was killed in the pizza place
Every week, bro. I remember this.
behind the back of the flats
Yeah.
at the school.
Yes.
So a lot of young men to die here.
Yes.
Sweden's past pro-immigration stance led to an influx of asylum seekers, but a lack of integration and opportunities left many isolated.
Thanks.
And suburbs like this became fertile recruitment grounds for gangs.
Thanks.
Now Liban and other parents patrol the streets to stop isolated. Sweden's past pro-immigration stance led to an influx of asylum seekers, but a lack of integration and opportunities left many isolated.
You hear that? That's facts. You invited all these people to your country. And when they got there, your systems failed. But yet you'll sit there and you'll blame all these immigrants. And it's not actually their fucking fault. It's the fact that you shouldn't have invited so many people to your country if you couldn't cater for them all. That's the problem, bro. But here goes all these poor people in the fucking hood, the minorities, they have to feel like it's their fault. Nah, nigga, slap yourself, nigga. You set these niggas up.
And suburbs like this became fertile recruitment grounds for gangs. Now Liban and other parents patrol the streets to stop other kids getting shot.
So Liban's just been.
I don't point the finger at these niggas. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for every young nigga that picks that strap up. Do I point the finger at them? Nah, bro. I point the finger at your stupid ass system. The reason why they're doing this shit is because of what the fuck you niggas failed, bro. Yeah, niggas failed.
Telling me how brazen some of these gangs are. At one point here, someone was actually shot outside the police station. He said they simply do not care. They feel almost invincible.
Many here feel.
And when you're only gonna get 4 years for a body, if you're a minor, bro, you ain't deterring no one with those weak ass justice systems, nigga.
Abandoned, terrified by the gangs, but marginalised by the authorities. The government wants tougher punishments, but Liban says it's better opportunities that will keep people
But
out.
it's a mixture of both.
Och de här just att de...
These 18, 19 and 20-year-olds are easy to...
It's a mixture of both. Yeah, you're talking 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Fuck them. Catch them before they're at that age, nigga. You gotta get these youngins before they hit that age, bro. Because at that age, they're like, I'll do what I fucking want, nigga. You gotta get them when they're younger. Hit them with harsher penalties, but also give them fucking more opportunities, bro.
to recruit, but they don't have jobs, he tells me. They have nothing to do, they sit at home, work is hard to get, but on the other hand, they can make quick cash.
Sweden has totally failed with integration.
I'm on patrol with Police Superintendent Daniel Larsson in Uppsala, a place on the front line of the fight against gangs. He agrees failed integrations fed the problem, but says it's poverty, not ethnicity, that pushes people into crime.
Wham! Wham! Who the fuck's this nigga? He should be like an integration officer, not a police officer. This nigga talking
He
facts.
agrees failed integrations
Failed integrations started the shit.
fed the problem, but says
And
it's
hunger,
poverty, not
and hunger and poverty is feeding it. Right? Failed systems, bro. Your fucking stupid ass failed systems. Who the fuck gonna put up a sign saying welcome to my country, bro? Come on over, bro. If you're seeking a better life, come here. And then when they get there, you ain't got nothing set up properly for these niggas. Right? The systems failed. And that's what started this shit. And what's feeding it is now these niggas ain't got no opportunities, bro. They hungry, nigga. And what did you do? You built big high-rise fucking apartment blocks like dipshits. And you put all the hungry niggas in one place. And you know what happens, just like fish, just like birds, like every other animal, bro. You have more success, you have better chance in eating in numbers. And all the hungry niggas gonna flock together. There's a reason why gangs are not formed in rich areas, bro. There's a reason why gangs come out of the struggle. Because all these niggas are hungry. You know what I mean?
people into crime.
What is it that makes the gangs attractive to these young kids?
Fast money. It's easier to store narcotics or store weapons or maybe make an explosion than study and get a decent job.
But untrained killers make mistakes. A security guard died when a teenager missed his mark in this busy gym. War weapons heighten the risk.
We have murders, we have shootings, we have hand grenades attacks. If you get a handgun, you can get 3 hand grenades for free. And Sweden is the second biggest country of using hand grenades in the world after Mexico.
What? Bro, I didn't know that, bro. After Mexico, Sweden, nigga, hand grenades, cuz? Come on, bro.
Gang feuds have fueled the violence here. Where rivals' families were once off limits, they're now fair game.
And this is the house.
Daniel points out the place where a gang leader's mother was shot, sparking
It looks like the
revenge
house where I
attacks.
just dropped my nigga
Out
off.
the place where a gang leader's mother.
That looks like the house I just dropped. Well, it looks similar to the house I just dropped my bro off at. White with like a little, well, different, but a white crew. I just dropped my bro off at this white house. Had this nice little white balcony with this nice little white picket fence. I was like, all it was missing was a tree with a swing, nigga.
Was shot, sparking revenge attacks. One night, someone planted a bomb at a rival's relatives. They were out, but an innocent neighbour was killed in her sleep. Daniel shows us what's left.
Wow. So
Work
the
good.
dynamite was placed here.
Yeah, between the both houses.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
and it's just
The big,
decimated.
Yeah, a big blast.
2 properties were destroyed. More than 50 others were damaged.
People were afraid. People,
More than 50 others.
yeah, a big blast.
2 properties were destroyed. More than 50 others were damaged.
At the ops mum's house, nigga. At the ops mom's house, nigga. You blew up her crib, or her mum and dad, you blew up the crib. And the neighbor's crib. And on top of that, you damaged 50 other properties. Nigga, that's not a fucking bomb, G. That's some like, that's like Iraq type shit, or like some Ukraine type explosive. Bro, stop being greedy. Share that shit. Ukraine needs some of that shit. Send some of that shit to Ukraine. Y'all got that shit.
People were afraid. People were crying.
Of course they were afraid. I'll be afraid, nigga. Are you kidding me, nigga? I'm sitting in my house and the house across the road blows the fuck up, explodes, nigga. I'm scared. I don't give a fuck what you say, nigga. Fucking, you're not normal if you're not afraid, dude. You're not a regular dude,
I
dude.
didn't see that coming. Actually.
Fuck out of here.
It's too much. Sweden should be a nice and calm country, but
Any country should be.
They are not calm anymore.
Talking about.
Do you feel like Sweden is a bit at war with the gangs?
Nah.
Low impact.
Nah, we're not at war with the gangs, bro. We just got these young niggas running around with grenades and shit, you know what I mean? Dynamite and all that shit. 13 years old, you know, couple bodies. Or get the fuck, what the fuck you mean, you stupid bitch? That's some stupid questions, bro.
Winning.
We.
Do you think the gangs think?
Thing with a reporter, bro, is you have limited time, bro. Get the most you can out of that shit. If you already know the answer, don't bother. Move on to the next shit, you know what I mean?
No. But we are a bigger gang.
And that's facts. And
My
that's
father
facts.
still comes here every day. His mission is my father.
Bigger gang.
Do you think the gangs think that?
No. But we are a bigger gang.
And that's facts.
My father still comes here every day. His mission is that his candle doesn't burn out.
Frida's brother Musa was murdered when he was 19. Shot in a case of mistaken identity. He had no links.
You stupid motherfuckers. If you're from Sweden, bro, you're a street nigga. Bro, sharpen the fuck up, nigga. Bro, you're taking a life, G. You're not breaking a leg or you ain't no one gonna get healed from that, G. A person's life, you gotta understand if like how many people will that dude connect with in his through his entire life. How many people will he influence? How much things will change because of this nigga? All of that, you don't know. But I'm guessing thousands, right? If you're gonna end someone's life, you gotta be 120% or 200% certain you got that nigga, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And, you gotta be a... Cuz... Plain, nigga.
To gangs.
Stupid niggas, bro.
This is his home now?
He's one of an increasing number of innocent victims caught up in this bloody battle.
Y'all some stupid motherfuckers, bro. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. When you hit civilians, cuz you need to get, bro, lock your ass up. Lock that nigga up. Throw away the key, G. Don't even let that nigga out. Are you kidding me, bro? It's one thing when a gang member shoots another gang member, whatever, bro. It's like a soldier shooting a soldier. I didn't even batter a fucking eyelid, G. But when you hit civilians, lock that motherfucker up, G. You goofy motherfucker. What's wrong with you, nigga? Fuck, keep those niggas away from me. If you can't aim, G, put the gun down, nigga. What's wrong with you? Hit civilians. Goofy nigga. What's wrong with you? I don't give a fuck when a gang member shoots a gang member. You both sign up for this shit, just like a soldier signs up to go to war, and he ends up in war. Like if another soldier shoots him, yeah, go to fuck. Come on, bro. It's what it is, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? You get the flag over your shit, bang, 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 die with honors, all that shit. Same shit.
De tar ju den vägen, förbi alla tre portar.
Frida shows us the place Musa was killed. She says the gunman came from the car park, shooting her brother in the back. He died minutes from home. One of his killers was just 15. His age meant he was sentenced to just 4 years.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm out. What you talking about, nigga? Now, niggas, remember how old I was? I was 15. How long did I get sentenced to full body, bro? 9 years and 8 months, bro. Pretty much 10 years. Fuck you mean 4 years? Are you kidding me, G? Bro, if I knew I was gonna get 4 years full body, and I could be out in, say, 2.5 years, good behavior, all that shit, parole, I'd be out before my 18th birthday. Which means I could commit another body. And catch another body, bro. And still be out. I could be out for my 21st, nigga. You're kidding me, Jay. Weak ass shit, nigga. No wonder why they
How can you continue to live with the fact that you have...
Sweden's government needs to slap themselves. Bro, first you have open borders, right? This policy where you allow immigrants into your country. And I hate the word immigrant, bro. You just allow other people into your country, right? But when they get there, your systems fail them. When they get there, the systems you have in place, your integration system, fails them, bro. On top of that, they've got no opportunities in these neighborhoods, in these areas. They've got no opportunities, there's nothing. I guarantee you, I've never been here, but I guarantee if you walk around their neighborhoods, you ain't gonna see shit. You ain't seen no libraries, you ain't seen no learning facilities, shit. I bet you anything, bro. You ain't gonna see none of that kind of shit. You're gonna see empty stores and rundown shops up just like any hood, bro. Now, on top of all that, you got the shitty ass justice system that gives young niggas 4 years for murder. And now you sit there and go, what's going on? Why is all the youngins wilding out? You fucking shit. Bro, you've just created a cesspit, like a whole you got the recipe for disaster, dude. Weak justice system. Open borders with no fucking integration system in place that caters for this shit. No opportunities, no jobs, and the hood is the slums. You've gone and put everyone together. You've just created the shit yourself, and you're sitting there scratching your head. Why is this happening? Oh, bro. Ray Charles is blind, Jay. Ask Ray Charles, he'll tell you. Even he can see what's happening here.
Have another person's
Come on, bro.
blood on your hands. You took their life. You shattered their families.
And you know what's sad about it all? The way you proclaim this shit on the news, the way you portray this shit on the news, the way you put it out there for the public, it looks like it's the people's fault. It looks like it's the foreign people's fault. Bro, a weak-ass justice system for these youth. No opportunities in these neighborhoods. Open borders. With a fucking integration system that's weak as fuck. It's failed. On top of that, you've got the way you've portrayed this shit has made the public look at these niggas when they're walking up the street like, oh, pull your kids in close. Or cross the road, they might rob you. Like, you've created the fucking problem yourself. But your government sits there, the Swedish government sits there and goes, why is this happening? We don't know what's going on. What the fuck you mean you don't know what's going on, dumbass? Like, fuck, you got a nigga from the hood telling you what's going on. Yeah. You need a whole shift and get what the fuck. And fuck all the left wing, right wing shit. I didn't get into that shit, bro. Left wing, right wing, same bird, bro. I didn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck all that. This is just the reality of shit, bro. Whatever side you want to be on.
This
It's
is
just
where
the reality.
teenage gang murderers go. I've come to one of 3 high-security juvenile detention facilities. Security's recently been stepped up due to the raging gang violence.
And how many young people are you
This would be like gladiator school. These youngins in here be wildin'.
caring for here?
Be.
At the moment, 24.
We're not allowed to film the inmates because of their age. In 2022, around half of the suspects in gun-related murders were 15 to 20-year-olds.
How many of them are in here because of some sort of affiliation with gangs?
A majority.
Gangs deliberately choose teams as they get shorter sentences.
What's happening
One of
here?
the worst bombings of 2023 involved a 17-year-old. A round of the worst.
Was that a bomb?
Nah.
Nah, was that a bomb? What else could it have been, eh?
Gangs deliberately.
Like, what the fuck? You got him. Pretty sure you got him, Jay.
They choose teams as they get shorter sentences.
You know he did.
One of the worst bombings
Like, damn.
of 2023 involved a 17-year-old. Around 60 houses were damaged.
That came out
from
wrong. I
dynamite.
didn't mean to say it like that. It's a saying. It's a part of a movie. It's part of a movie.
Mike was planted at a rival's relative's house. Here, police track the suspects before catching up with the teenager, who's now serving 4 years in jail for attempted murder.
Oh, he didn't kill no one.
While the government's debating adult prison sentences for teenage 4 years in jail before catching up with the teen. Here's our worst bombings deliberately choose.
How the fuck you not kill no one? Wicked, bro. Wicked, bro. Whoever lived in these residences right here, bro, yo, y'all lucky as fuck, cuz. Wherever the fuck you was that night, yo, y'all lucky as fuck.
Teams as they get shorter sentences. One of the worst bombings of 2023 involved a 17-year-old. Around 60 houses were damaged when dynamite was planted at a rival's relative's house.
You already talked about that.
Here, police track the suspects before catching up with the teenager, who's now serving 4 years in jail for attempted murder. While the government's debating adult prison sentences for teenage gang killers, a school at the centre tries to rehabilitate them.
Welcome. Thank you very much. So this is the school.
Despite the challenge, the principal hasn't given up.
I still haven't found.
Do you know how many of these youngins would use this place simply because it'll help them get parole and it'll help them with probation, and then once they get out, they just ditch the shit? Trust me, bro.
A young person who says, I would like to be a criminal.
Can a 15-year-old murderer become a functioning member of society?
Yes, I think so. I have to believe in that. Otherwise, I can't stand here.
But it will take
Good on you,
more
bro.
than belief to stop the flow of gang members filling Sweden's prisons. The government's looking at new plans to combat organised crime, but until they can compete with the cash, status and belonging offered by criminal groups, young people will keep on being recruited.
Facts it. Facts it. Right, so we move on to our next one.
Instead of shooting somebody in his leg, they shoot somebody in his head.
For me, this is nothing but terror.
People are now trying to get home earlier in the evening.
Well, you could say that Sweden is in a national crisis.
Ömer Sarıhan still finds it difficult to go to the cemetery. Nearly 50 years ago, he left Turkey for Sweden thinking it was a peaceful country. Today, he's standing at the grave of his son Serdar, who was shot by gangsters this past March. Sarıhan is still in disbelief. Written on a stone are the words, "We miss you so much."
My son was more than a son to me. He was my best friend and companion. He was everything to me. A hard-working person with principles.
The real estate agent was shot dead in front of his wife and children in his house near Stockholm, allegedly an act of retaliation. Serdar's son, Ömer's grandson, is allegedly involved with a gang and is suspected of having shot at the family home of a rival gang member.
They broadcast a photo of my grandson on the TV program Wanted. 3 hours later, my son was dead.
His grandson's alleged involvement in gang violence weighs heavily on Ömer. He and his family have had no contact with his grandson for years.
We put in a lot of effort so he could get a job and live a normal life, but unfortunately, he chose this path.
Gang wars have been spreading fear and terror in Sweden for years. In 2022, they claimed 62 lives, more than ever before. In Stockholm alone, the Wall Street Journal calculated that the murder rate per capita is 30 times higher than in London. Conflicts primarily revolve around turf wars in the drug trade. Sometimes it's simply about defending so-called honour. Most of the perpetrators hail from migrant communities. They shoot through apartment doors and at cars, throw hand grenades and plant bombs. An increasing number of innocent people are killed as a result. The government is on high alert.
Sweden has never experienced anything like this. No country in Europe has experienced anything like this. I've asked the national police chief and the commander of the army to join me. We want to see how the army is helping the police to fight against criminal gangs.
There aren't any soldiers patrolling the streets of Stockholm, yet. But for investigative journalist Diamant Salihu, the government's announcement shows just how powerful the criminal networks in Sweden have become.
But there is one major conflict at the moment within a network called the Foxtrot Network that has been divided into fractions.
You know we don't heard about the Foxtrot.
Because of debt, because of internal conflicts. And they are now fighting each other to the death. A big problem that Swedish authorities have when it comes to dealing with this situation that we have at the moment is that the leaders that control a lot of the drug market, they are operating from abroad.
The police in Gottsunda, a suburb of the central Swedish city of Uppsala, have deemed it to be a high-risk area. According to Swedish reports, gangs like to recruit new members here. Boredom, a lack of respect toward law enforcement, and low sentences all make this easier for gangs.
Thanks.
The area is filled with social housing apartments built in the 1960s and 70s. These days, immigrants make up most of the population. A majority of the 10,000 households here are considered low income. "15-year-old Ahmed takes us on a tour of Gottsunda.
15.
He was born in Iraq and came to Sweden with his parents 10 years ago.
People have so many prejudices against Gottsunda, but everyone who lives here is like family. We all get along well together.
After school, Ahmed hangs out on the streets with his friend Abed. Sometimes they go to one of Gottsunda's 2 youth clubs, which are open all day. Nobody wants to be filmed here. Ahmed says there are plenty of things to do for fun in the neighbourhood, but many kids his age still turn to crime.
Not sure.
Yes, I have friends who get into things like that. Yeah. But I always try to stay away from that stuff. There's always a risk of getting pulled into something like that. I try not to stay out too late at night, and I prefer going out with a friend.
Ahmed's precautions are justified. In August, a 13-year-old boy was shot on a bus in Gottsunda. He goes to Ahmed's school. It's not only the victims who are getting younger and younger, it's also the perpetrators. Gang leaders prefer to recruit 14 to 15-year-olds, who are typically paid the equivalent of a few €100 for their first errands. Later, they might be ordered to commit murder, which pays much more. The increasingly younger ages of new recruits shows the full extent to which the state and society in Sweden are failing, says expert Diamant Salihu. He's also a child of...
Like I was saying before, how the fuck is this so blatant, right? Your open border policies, they don't match with the fucking integration systems you have in place. The integration systems have failed. So why the fuck, after that, after the fact that there's no opportunities for these young niggas, so what do? You put them all in the same housing projects together? On top of that, your fucking justice system is weak as fuck. You got fucking 4-year sentences for catching a body. I don't understand that. I got 9 years and 8 months for the same thing when I was 15, so I don't understand. But how the fuck do you sit there and point at the Muslim community and say, oh, it's your fault, or the Turkish community and say, oh, it's your fault? How do you do that? It's your fault, clearly, motherfucker. How the fuck y'all niggas point the fucking finger at all these minorities and go, oh, it's the immigration shit, it's got nothing to do with that, nigga. It's your own fault.
Immigrants from Kosovo.
In Sweden, if you commit murder and if you're 16, you can get maximum 4 years in youth custody, where you can have access to an iPad.
You run your mouth too much, nigga? You got black eye. Yeah, right?
And communicate with friends on the other side. So the risk is very low for the reward they can get, either money or
get slapped.
Quite often status.
These 3 social workers in Gottsunda take to the streets to prevent minors from falling into the clutches of gangs. Every evening at 6 p.m, they head to the shopping centre and talk to security staff. But evening at 6 p.m. to the clutches of...
No, she's got that don't fuck with me look, eh? She's got that don't fuck with me, you little cunt. I'll fucking whip your ass all up and down. What's that little pea shoot? I'll take that off you and shove it up your ass, you little motherfucker. What you say, man? The fuck? Come here, that here, you little fuck. Bang! Get your fucking ass home. She looks like one of those bitches.
Gangs. Every evening at 6 p.m, they head to the shopping centre and talk to security minors from falling into the clutches.
And look at her weak ass sidekicks. She looks like that bitch with the weak ass. Bro, hurry up and fucking grab dipshit. What do you want me to do? Oh, you dumb dipshit. She looks like that bitch. You know, fuck you two dumbasses.
Of gangs. Every evening at 6 p.m, they head to the shopping centre and talk to security staff, but more importantly, to young people. Their message is simple. We're here for anyone who needs help. But sometimes the gangs are faster.
Oh yes, they are trying to recruit.
But sometimes we're here for any...
I don't know about you, but you reckon she be fucking some of these niggas?
Their message is simple.
What you reckon? She smashing some of these niggas?
We're here for anyone who needs help. But sometimes the gangs are faster.
Oh yes, they are trying to recruit the younger people, but what we do is like we're going in the middle schools, like year 4 and 5, where they're like 10, 11 years old, and we try to teach them about the warning signs and what can happen, and also what is against the law and what's lawful, and what kind of support can you get. So obviously we can't give them exactly what the recruiters can, but we do try to offer them jobs, meaningful free time, positive role models and stuff like that.
And unfortunately, they mostly live for the day or for the hour and think, oh, maybe I can get some status, maybe I can get some fast money. They don't see how it will turn out in the long haul. And that's what we really try to talk with them about. You know.
Ahmed and Abed are still out and about on the streets. Everything is quiet in Gottsunda. The police are never far away. Their friends meet at a boxing gym, where self-defense exercises help relieve stress. Ahmed observes the goings-on, but his thoughts are focused on the rampant crime affecting his peers.
This is what you like to see in the hood, bro. Shit like this, bro. You know what I mean? Get these young dudes in here, bro. Get these young dudes in a cage. Get these young dudes in a ring. Or even just get them in here just to release some of that energy, bro. Some of that frustration. You know what I mean? All of that. Look, you're not going to save all of them. But of every 100 that walk through, if you save one, come on, bro.
Yes.
It's unnecessary and totally stressful. To constantly be on the lookout for police is no life at all. On the other hand, it's really easy to commit a crime. But you can be smarter than that.
According to a 2022 police report, only 1 in 4 fatal shootings get solved. The police department in Gottsunda thinks the criticism of its work is unjustified, because their work is constrained by the law.
alien. Man kan inte ha en lagstiftning som till exempel vi har eller
There's a law from 1942 that prohibits us from searching homes after 9 p.m. unless there are exceptional circumstances. Criminals don't get up until 9 p.m. these days. What worries us now is that so many innocent people are becoming victims of these conflicts, even though they have nothing to do with them.
Some are pinning their hopes on former criminals like Peter Svensson. Not only is he a reformed gang member,